topic for today is argumentative writing. An argumentative essay is a type of essay that presents arguments on both sides of an issue. There will be 30 marks allocated for argumentative writing. There will be 15 marks for task fulfillment and another 15 marks is allocated for language alone. We are looking into the marking scheme for 1123 English language paper. Band 3, 4 and 5 is labeled or is mentioned to be the best band or to be the band that students should achieve in order for them to achieve greater marks, because when it comes to task fulfillment, students will only answer the questions based on the bullet points given in their question. And when it comes to language, majorly students will be attempting to write. But what happens here is that there will be a lot of punctuation errors and spelling inaccuracy happening in their writing. So students must make sure that they are very confident of their spelling as well as punctuation marks, and they must also proofread their essays or their piece of writing before submitting their work. There are few steps for a student to write an argumentative essay. The first step is students are required to answer the questions and they must address all the 3 bullet points given. First and foremost, they must read the questions and underline the keywords in order for them to read the task and understand it carefully before they decide on the key vocabulary. There are 5 steps in planning, which you can see in front of you, and I'll be discussing or explaining them shortly. The first step is P, where for each essay or each point, students are required to give the points from the passage. They have to extract the main ideas from the passage and provide evidence to support their ideas, as well as express their ideas or views by providing examples. PAF is where the students are very sure why are they writing, the purpose of their writing, and they must also use appropriate language which are suitable for their audience. And when you look into the structure and sequence of ideas, as a student, you must always remember, if your question is requesting you to write a letter, you have to follow the format of writing a letter. But here, your format is about argumentative writing, which is a composition. So how would you write it? You should always follow the layout of argumentative writing, where you'll have 1 paragraph of introduction, 3 paragraphs for your body, and 1 paragraph for your conclusion. So, paragraphing, this is what I was explaining earlier. An introduction is where you state the issue, and paragraph 2, which is your body 1, you'll give the opposite side of the view, followed by criticism of alternative view, and you state your views where you explain reasons and techniques to support your ideas. And lastly, you will conclude your writing by summarizing all your ideas into 1 paragraph. And remember, never add new ideas into your conclusion. A good conclusion: rephrase the question, summarize your ideas, and look to the future. Now, a forest. This is a key term given for a student to write a wonderful piece of writing and creative without making any errors. The use of anecdote is where you tell your story with facts and insert your opinions with some rhetorical questions, and make sure your statements are expert with relevant statistics, and there can be repetition of key terms in order for you to emphasize on the main ideas. Okay, targeting into grade C and grade A. Grade C is where students will provide their answers based on the bullet points given. But what they are doing here is that they are not developing their ideas up to the standard based on the marking scheme. But when a student scores A, all their ideas are well developed and explained, and the transition of each stage of their writing is seen perfectly, and it is easier for the readers to read and understand their essay. And now, using connectives. The use of connectives in language is very important. For an example, if you would like to add new ideas, you can use compound or complex sentences or compound complex sentences. So with the use of connectives, you can link your ideas and paragraphs in a better way, and it can also save your style or the standard of your writing. What I mean here is that you will be able to link more ideas into one sentence, and you can also develop your ideas based on your creativity and make your readers to capture your ideas perfectly. And now let's look into one activity. So, based on this question here, some people say that we learn more outside the classroom than inside. Do you agree? And give reasons and examples to support your view. So, here you can see I've highlighted we learn more outside the classroom than inside. And you have to provide your views whether you agree or disagree to this statement. And where do you think it's better to learn new things? This is where you create the question or curiosity to your readers. Alright, so that is the end of my session, Argumentative Writing, and I hope to see you again in the following. Thank you.